Diverse arts and culture programs are helping to enrich the quality of life for residents and visitors to Atlantic City. We discuss this and more with the Atlantic City Arts Foundation. It's all here on the next Latino Motion. Join us.
Choose to get lost in the woods to gain experience in forest management.
Choose to travel through time to understand the past.
Choose to soar to pursue a career in dance.
Stockton University offers 50 high-quality academic programs, small class sizes, and affordable tuition. Choose to match your interests and talents at one of New Jersey's nationally ranked universities.
Latino Motion with Bert Lopez is presented by Latino Motion Public Affairs Media, a New Jersey nonprofit corporation, and Stockton University. This edition of Latino Motion with Bert Lopez is brought to you by the HD Studios at the campus of Stockton University.
Funding for Latino Motion is provided by Atlanticare, offering primary, specialty, and urgent care, plus surgery and more. Atlantic City Electric, energy for a changing world. And South Jersey Gas.
Welcome to Latino Motion, a weekly interview show highlighting issues impacting New Jersey's Latino community while advancing understanding of Latino cultural heritage and contributions to our society. And here is your host, Bert Lopez.
Buenos dias and welcome to Latino Motion. The Atlantic City Arts Foundation is creating a welcoming environment with its diverse arts and cultural programs, all with the aim of enriching the quality of life for residents of Atlantic City as well as visitors. Joining me is Kate O'Malley. She's the operations manager for the Arts Foundation. Kate, welcome to Latino Motion.
Thank you for having me.
And I know you've been with the organization for over a year, and you're following some of the nice work already laid out by Joyce Hagan and certainly expanding upon that work. I want to go through some of the various programs that the Arts Foundation is engaged in. Let's start with the 48 blocks. I know that's been a very popular program throughout the city of Atlantic City. What is it?
So 48 blocks AC, it was coined with the knowledge that Atlantic City is 48 blocks long. So we started out back in 2017 with the goal of having a 48-hour long celebration with 48 projects across all 48 blocks of Atlantic City. We ended up cutting that back a little bit to 24, but we actually ended up having over 100 community submissions, different people coming in and presenting art projects across the city, which was super incredible and amazing and a feat. And it's kind of grown from there into this festival of, celebrating all different types of art that exists in the community. And we've since then expanded that to bring in mural art. We have now just around 70 murals in Atlantic City, as well as the painted Adirondack chairs as part of that overarching summer 48 blocks AC program, which is really
let's talk about the murals, because I think that's an incredible work that's being done. If you walk through some of the streets here in Atlantic City and you come upon those beautiful murals that are up on some of the buildings, tell me a little bit about how this developed and how you continue to expand upon. I'm imagining that it's getting harder and harder to finding a building to put a mural on, but certainly it is really opening up and beautifying the neighborhoods.
Yeah, it actually in recent times has been kind of the opposite problem. So in the beginning, when we decided that we wanted to do murals kind of in conjunction of this 48 blocks AC program, it was really hard to get people to let us put murals on their walls. We kept saying, oh, it's free. Like, please, let us have your wall. And now we've put out this call for walls, and I can't believe the response of people that are looking to support the arts in the community and want a mural on their business or even their home in some spots. But the way our mural program works is really cool. So again, we do it at no cost to the wall owner. And also the artist is allowed to paint whatever they want within reason of the wall owner. So it kind of gives the artists really free, like artistic liberty, and you end up with this incredible variation of diverse art styles and people coming from different backgrounds, art schools, self-taught, local, even international artists have come to add art to Atlantic City's landscape. So not only is it fostering beauty and something that's, a tourist attraction and incredible to look at, but it's also putting art directly into people's communities, something that they can embrace within their own neighborhood as they walk by every day, which is super cool.
It's interesting that you indicated you have people from out of the country coming to do work here in Atlantic City with these murals. So it's really gotten popular. And are you having also utilizing local artists as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we look to kind of support, so not only supporting the local artist community, people that live here, trying to grow and establish an arts community here in Atlantic City, but also putting Atlantic City on the map for a destination for other artists to want to come to. So I think both of those, again, play into our mission of trying to create a place where arts can thrive and where people think, art when they think of Atlantic City.
Let me ask you, in terms of some of the other programs, you also are involved with the decorating of the chairs. I've seen them on the boardwalk. I've seen them on the park in O'Donnell Park. They're very beautiful. And it looks like you have plenty of participation for that artwork as well.
Yeah, we actually have just around 60 painted Adirondack chairs up and down the boardwalk, as well as through O'Donnell Park. So we have partnered with the CRDA Special Improvement District. They build the furniture and they've been super, super helpful with us, facilitating the artists, the chair pickups and drop-offs. And we've also been able to launch double and triple chairs as of this past year in 2021. And in 2022, we'll be launching children's chairs, which is super cool. So it's all really spread. And again, free artistic expression. People have been overwhelmingly excited about the program. And it's also something that a lot of people notice, even folks that don't necessarily come off the boardwalk into the city. Everybody knows the Adirondack chairs.
So one of the things I also want to point out is the diversity of both the participants and the type of art that you see, right? Celebrating, cultural heritage in the neighborhoods, which is outstanding. And you look to continue to expand upon that work.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think one of Atlantic City's biggest assets is its cultural diversity and how much, how many different, unique and rich cultures exist here. And it's something that people should know about and residents should celebrate. So of course, if we're going to be an arts foundation for Atlantic City, it's only, it goes hand in hand that it would be from all different types of people creating all different types of work. And the different types of work really do reflect how many unique and incredible people are here creating art.
Now, I'm sure that the murals, it has become very popular. You still get phone calls about it, either to have it done in their building or their neighborhood. How do they get in touch with you?
So you can email me, Kate, Kate, at atlanticcityartsfoundation.org. Just let me know where your wall is, send me a picture, the general size, and the material, stucco, brick, whichever. And we actually have a whole database of blank walls that are available for murals. So we try and spread them around the city, not concentrating murals in one area over the other. Again, 48 blocks AC mentality. So we did 6 this past year. We've done 10 other years. But yeah, it'll be like a guaranteed that it'll be on our database. So once the weather gets warmer and we start reaching out to muralists, it'll be in consideration.
And you have another program called Talk About AC. Tell me a little bit about that one.
Talk About AC is actually our oldest program. It launched around when the Arts Foundation itself launched in 2015. It came out of a time where there was a lot of negative press surrounding Atlantic City, that it was dirty, that it was dangerous, you can't come off the boardwalks or into the casino. And our director, Joyce Hagan, had been working in these streets every day and saying that's completely not the Atlantic City that I know. So Talk About AC was kind of started as not only like something for the arts community, but for the whole community to spread positivity, foster city pride, neighborhood pride, and beautify the area with positive messages about Atlantic City. And we just celebrated our 9th one this past October. It's really something that brings both the arts community and the residential community, visitor community, all together interacting into one. And you don't have to be an artist to participate. Everybody can play with sidewalk chalk. It's something that's easy. And we've kind of become known for the chalk packs now and started giving them out at tabling events and things like that.
That is great. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this segment. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to continue this discussion. We'll be right back with more Latino Motion. Welcome back to Latino Motion. We continue our discussion with the Atlantic City Arts Foundation and Kate O'Malley. She is the operations manager for the Atlantic City Arts Foundation. And Kate, we were talking about some of the great programs, the 48 blocks, the mural programs, the beautiful chairs on the boardwalk and the parks that you've gotten folks to decorate very artistically and getting the city involved. We started talking about the Chalk About AC, and one of the keys is getting the youth involved. And I know that you've also participated in that program with kids in the schools. Tell me a little bit more about that participation.
Yeah, so this past year, we were really happy to be able to bring Chalk About AC to 2 Atlantic City schools, one with Our Lady Star of the Sea School. I actually came in on that Friday before the event was on a Saturday and hosted a big chalking event in the parking lot that they have recess in, the kids there. And they had a great time. They created a bunch of beautiful art, and same was done with Sovereign Avenue School on the day of the event, the Sovereign Avenue Kindness Club. We brought chalk over there and they were able to create chalk art by the school there. So we were really excited.
My son participated in that program and really enjoyed it. So thank you so much for that. And it's great to have the youth involved, right? In terms of the arts, there's not enough of those type of programs throughout the city. And certainly that helps to the quality of life for our youth as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Involving the youth is definitely important for our programming. It's important for kids to be able to take part in creating art in their own community.
Tell me about the Arteriors.
Arteriors is another one of our older programs. Our first one was launched where not made anymore, Bar 32 chocolate is on Tennessee Avenue in Atlantic City. So it's a program that's based on transition and transformation. We'll go into a vacant building in Atlantic City, usually something that's about to be renovated and turned into something else. We'll grab a big group of artists and they'll have 2 weeks to transform it into a pop-up art exhibit.
Wow.
We'll have a big opening reception. It'll run for a certain amount of time and then we'll take it all down and it'll become what it's going to become.
Oh, that's interesting and certainly a great way to get that creativity out with some of the artists, local artists, and then certainly engage more folks in the community in the arts. Let's talk about some additional programs. And you have so many great programs that are really benefiting the city of Atlantic City as well as its visitors. Let's talk about the Chelsea Street Art Gallery through the Chelsea EDC.
Sure. So the Chelsea Street Gallery was something we started in partnership with Chelsea EDC. The goal is, so we take vacant business windows. So if there's a vacant building that's unoccupied, we'll take local artist prints of their artwork in this kind of very nice frame and install it into the windows of the business. So the goal is not only to beautify the area rather than it just being kind of like these darkened, empty windows, but also attract attention from outsiders to property that is available to move a business into in the Chelsea neighborhood. So we were able to launch that with the work of local artist Miko Beach at 3711 Ventnor Avenue. And we have a couple more sites on the horizon to begin installation.
Again, this is another great program. They could certainly contact you as well as go through the website for more information on this and to be able to participate. You also have another program called Water Table Project. That sounds interesting. Tell me about that project.
Yeah, so this past summer, we were honored to be one of 4 community-based organizations for the launch of NJDEP and NJ State Council on the Arts Climate Resilience Program. So they had launched it on all different New Jersey community organizations to host these art projects that were themed around climate change, climate resistance, tidal flooding, and obviously Atlantic City being a city that's right on the water's edge, very susceptible to climate change, coastal flooding, storm surges. We were able to be a host site. 2 artists based in Philadelphia, Nancy Agati and Rebecca Schultz, had this project called Water Table, which essentially is this big in-ground mosaic that is made out of natural permeable materials. And it's meant to show the relationship between water runoff, flooding, and water absorption rates. So things like natural plants, dune grasses, gravel, sand, they'll obviously absorb water much better than asphalt and concrete. So it's something that's beautiful to look at visually, but it's also functional. So this is something that could be repeated in somebody's driveway, in somebody's yard, rather than installing concrete. That would help mitigate flooding, as everybody that lives in Atlantic City has experience with flooding and storms. So we were really excited to be able to participate, and we're also excited to be a community-based organization for the second year of that program, which will be selecting an artist out of this year's application. So that's exciting.
Great. And the artists, they apply on your website. How do they go about to apply for participation in these programs?
So that program specifically is run by NJDEP and NJ State Council on the Arts. We're just a host site. So they would be applying through their platform, which is Cafe. And that program application, unfortunately, just closed. So but they plan on keeping it going for a number of years. So if that's something that people are interested in, and anyone that's interested in joining any of our programs, hearing about what we're doing, we do have an artist interest database that you can sign up for on our website, as well as a mailing list, and also keep up with us on social media, because we're very adamant of sharing all the opportunities that are available to our artist community, as well as everything that we're up to.
That's great. Before we finish this segment, I want to talk about the Elma K. Jr. Arts Project that you also engage with.
Yeah, so we were happy to partner with Tangier Outlets here at the Walk in Atlantic City and hire a local artist, John Morris, with Black Shepherd, which is an artist collective based out of Atlantic City, to install a temporary mural in the windows of a vacant store in the Outlets, honoring Martin Luther King Jr. and his legacy here in Atlantic City. That was for Martin Luther King Day. But it'll stay up for the next couple of months, and it's in a really great, prominent area in the city. We were also able to participate in the NAACP's Radiothon with an interview with the artist John Morris, talking about his art and why pieces like this are important in Atlantic City today.
It's important, certainly, to have these local artists engage here locally. In the past, there weren't many opportunities for our local artists. And certainly opening up those opportunities is great for some of our local artists, and also the upcoming artists, right? Because we get their engagement and interest as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's super important. We have a lot of artists that are established, that are great at what they do, that'll paint a giant mural. But we also have a lot of really great budding artists that kind of just need the opportunity in their own area, so they can see that they can make it in Atlantic City instead of having to move out of the area. So I like to think that we're able to provide that opportunity for all types of artists, wherever you are in your career.
Well, we certainly want to continue this discussion. We want to talk a little bit more about the diversity and trying to get more participation, and also some upcoming events that you may have. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Latino Motion. Welcome back to Latino Motion. We continue our discussion with the Atlantic City Arts Foundation and Kate O'Malley. She's the operations manager for the foundation. And Kate, we were talking about some of the great programs that the Atlantic City Art Foundation has. You also are looking to do events. And I know we have one, unfortunately, may happen during the airing of the show or after the airing of the show. But tell me about Love AC.
Yeah, so we were asked to be a partner for Love AC Weekend, which is something that's being hosted at the Absecon Lighthouse. So we're partnering with them and Sea Goddess Healing Arts. It's going to be on February 12th and 13th. We'll be doing wedding vow renewals. There'll be an artist gallery, and then we'll also be doing a chalk art event on the 12th. During that event, we'll be creating conversation hearts, inspiring people to create art about what they love about Atlantic City. And our aim is to create at least 100 of these hearts in the time of the weekend. So although unfortunately the event may already be taking place or have taken place at the time of this airing, we are also kind of trying to spread the love and theme of Love Atlantic City throughout the month of February. So we actually have chalk pickup sites throughout the city at Heyday Coffee, Beat the Daily Grind Cafe, the Atlantic City Public Library, as well as, I forgot the fourth one. The Arts Garage, sorry. The Noise Arts Garage of Atlantic City. So we have free chalk packs for everybody to pick up. And if you would like to pick those up and create your own chalk art and tag us at AC Arts Foundation on Instagram, Atlantic City Arts Foundation on Facebook, AC Arts Found on Twitter, we'll be featuring those all month long, as well as posting them to our own feed. We've asked different people in the community to submit things. So that's something to kind of create the theme of loving Atlantic City and doing something creative, even though it might be a little cold outside. We're encouraging folks to do that all month long.
Right. You talking about the cold, obviously spring's going to be here soon. And it looks like you also going to be engaged in some walking tours. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we're happy to be launching some springtime mural tours as the weather gets warmer. They'll be at the last Friday of March and April. So I believe that's March 25th and April 29th at 5:30 p.m. There'll be a walking tour of the Orange Loop murals. So we have about 11 murals right now. So people will be able to enjoy a walking tour, about an hour-long walking tour of those murals. And then with the purchase of their ticket, they'll also be getting select discounts at different Orange Loop bars and restaurants. They can get a free drink ticket from Anchor Rock Club, 20% off discount on select restaurants on Tennessee Avenue, all different things. So it'll be kind of like a fun way to start getting back into outside activities, enjoy some art, enjoy some of the great things that Orange Loop Atlantic City has to offer. And there also may be some stuff in progress in that area at that time, who knows?
Yeah, and for those who are not local to Atlantic City, may not know what the Orange Loop is, can you describe it a little bit?
Yeah, so for everybody that doesn't know, the game Monopoly is based off of Atlantic City. So the Orange Loop is played on those orange properties on the Monopoly board. So it goes from St. James to Tennessee. It's Tennessee, New York, St. James, and unofficially Ocean Avenue, because Ocean Avenue isn't on the Monopoly board. But those four streets are kind of encompass the Orange Loop. And it's become really organically this kind of up and coming kind of trendy area with lots of bars and restaurants, a lot of murals and artwork, a lot of artists actually moving into that area. There's nightlife, live music in a lot of those different areas as well. I think there's 3 live music venues, Anchor Rock Club. There's also live music at Tennessee Avenue Beer Hall and Bourrée. So there's a lot of fun stuff that's going on. And we really wanted to kind of capitalize on that by also taking people through to appreciate all the art we've installed in that area and also take part in all that fun stuff that's going on in the loop as well.
And we have a great Latino who's been leading a lot of that effort. Evan Sanchez certainly has played a big role in helping to craft that Orange Loop. And it's been a great success thanks to individuals like him and certainly the Atlantic City Arts Foundation, who's also bringing light to this area, which is great. In addition to that, I want to talk to you a little bit about diversity. I know we mentioned how important it is to bring out the diverse communities that we have. And I know you're in this program. We had a conversation. We want to get more of the Latino community engaged. We want to get more of the Asian community engaged. Tell me more about what you plan to do to help bring more of that cultural diversity to the Arts Foundation.
Yeah, definitely. So, like I said, Atlantic City is an incredibly rich place, diverse place, and outsiders to Atlantic City should know that and want to come here for that. And we've hired a lot of different artists of all different backgrounds, but of course, we can always do more. And we would love to hire more Latino artists, more Asian artists, and create art in those communities. And also, like, we would love to hear from the communities, what art do you want to see in your community? In what ways can we help you celebrate your culture in a way that, in a mural, in an event for 48 blocks, we're very much for and by Atlantic City. So we would love that type of contribution and a way to kind of work together to create an Atlantic City that everybody wants to see and wants to be a part of. If you want to volunteer for us, be one of our artists, join our artist database, join our volunteer database. We would love to also attend community meetings. If there's something that you think we should be a part of or be involved in, please email us. We're always learning, and that's definitely something that we value a lot here.
And certainly that database is available through the website. Is that correct? Through your Atlantic City Foundation website?
Yes.
And let's talk a little bit about the future for the Atlantic City Arts Foundation. Obviously started in 2015 with the great work that Joyce has laid out and your continued engagement and expansion of the foundation, the Arts Foundation. Where do you see this foundation down the road in the future?
I would love us to be kind of right up with the Philadelphia mural program, Wynwood Walls mural program. I would love us to be, a very well-known community arts organization, but most predominantly, I would love for Atlantic City to have a thriving arts community and be a place where people travel to for arts and culture. People know us for arts and culture because there's no reason why we shouldn't be known for that. So yeah, that's the hope. And, we've made incredible progress, especially, from where we started and even this year alone. So I'm really excited to see us continue to grow from there.
And I know that many organizations have carrying out great cultural events, also very artistic. That is not just the visual arts, but certainly performing arts as well. In September, there was the big Latino festival with the Hispanic Association. The Asian community has also done various programs like the New Year, celebrating Chinese New Year, and other Indian Malay and other great cultural events that we need to highlight as well.
Absolutely.
Kate, thank you so much for sharing this valuable information with our audience. Great pictures, by the way, that you submitted to us. Thank you so much. And please give a shout out to Joyce for all of the great work that she's done over the years with the Arts Foundation. Really appreciate her support.
I definitely will. Thank you so much.
And thank you for joining us at home once again here on Latino Motion.
Choose to get your feet wet, to learn more about protecting our environment.
Choose to read minds, to understand the human brain.
Choose to get your hands dirty, to create a masterpiece.
Stockton University offers 50 high-quality academic programs, small class sizes, and affordable tuition. Choose to match your interests and talents at one of New Jersey's nationally ranked universities.
Funding for Latino Motion is provided by Atlanticare, offering primary, specialty, and urgent care, plus surgery and more. Atlantic City Electric, energy for a changing world. And South Jersey Gas.